and we need to move it into every language, if possible, even Mijikenda, Pokomo, Giriama. We make sure that it can be interpreted in every language. And if possible, we distribute constitutions, hard copies of the constitutions, so that we empower people. That's their weapon. And we make sure that people know the essence of voting and voting the right kind of leaders. Because this war, as one of the speakers has said, it's a marathon. Tunakimbia. And this kind of anger that people are feeling, and I can tell you, I was in the ground yesterday. Nilitembea Githurai kidogo. I used to live in those places a while ago, huko Roysambu na Githurai. And I can tell you the kind of anger that is with people is so much. Especially, I remember in 2022, me and a few people who are supporting, by then I was supporting His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. And I remember my friends, because I was that time living in Roysambu, were making fun of me, Kumuita. You know, they had that perception about Raila. And yesterday when I visited, because it's a long time since I visited, guys were crying. Guys were telling me, had you seen far? Had you seen? And I told them, let us move away from that, what happened. Let us get solutions now. And I know mulikosea na tuliwaambia, lakini what can we do next? And this is the conversation that we are having. One of the things that I need probably maybe to emphasize on is for the momentum to keep on growing. And as many speakers have said, IEBC, that's the point number one. IEBC. We need to make a lot of noise about IEBC, because without that one, we are nothing. And one of the ways to get through to IEBC, we can probably merge it with the guys in employment are really complaining a lot about the housing. And unfortunately, some of them or most of them never took the risk of coming to the streets like us, who are a bit fortunate maybe to be employed, and we took risks and went for maandamano. And guys are afraid of, if you're afraid to fight for your rights, then who do you expect to come and fight for you? We need to make sure that everyone, even those guys who are employed, when you're they are taking risks with their jobs, we are coming and fighting this war for even young people who are jobless. Many of them, they have nothing to hope for. They have nothing positive about Kenya. And we need to inspire that hope. And the Gen Zs have done a very good thing. Me, I'm a millennial. And I feel that energy they've started, we need to, for the guys in my category, the millennials, who are probably having families, having jobs, having loans, and feeling like life has pressure to the wall, we need to break from that cycle and come and help our Gen Zs so that we can really get to the canon that we want. And if we can be able to push for that housing as well to be scrapped, that would be a very, very big win. Because if you put pressure, then these guys who are employed as well will come through, and our parents who are probably aging towards retirement, they can come in, because we are being promised houses. Some of us are struggling with mortgages. Then tunaambia tutapatiwa nyumba. Which nyumba? Iko wapi? Ni ya binguni ama ni ya wapi? Zenye mnapatia watu hizi because we need to ask that question. If we can be able to push that, especially that narrative of housing, because these houses, I think it's a scam or something, because when will we get these houses? We are paying every month. So if we can be able to match that, and also we need to also incorporate the labor movement as well. The labor movement should have been one of the first people to come and tetea watu, to come and join. But probably Atwoli is blinded and he doesn't work for his people. So we need to ignite the same fire to the labor movement so that it can have the same ignition like when Kina Tomboya were there, so that it can have that flame. So that's another aspect that you can look at. Then let me see at another one. The justice system. We also need to look at the justice system and see how it can be overhauled. And because getting justice in Kenya is a bit hard. I am a law student, currently probably going in my third year. And based on a few cases I've dealt with, you find that getting justice in Kenya is a bit hard. So we need to think of how to, once things streamline, how justice can be made efficient and accessible to everyone. So we need to harness that anger that is with people, because I can tell you, I talk with a lot of people on the ground. Wapi jana nimekuwa watu huko bodaboda huko huko ninuko Githurai, and I talked to so many people where I live in Machakos County. and you can feel the anger. So let's take advantage. And one thing that we've been able to break, I was even telling people today, is the curse of 1963, whereby we are tribeless now. This movement is not run by anyone. It's not funded by anyone. It has no shadow that you can pinpoint or someone can say it's a leader. Ni kujituma, sisi wote tunajituma. And we need to harness that one and make it. Hata hii mambo ya kusema sijui leader. Acha ikuwe tu venye inakuwa tu. The only thing that maybe we can probably have is a small coordination on the lost soldiers, how we can be able to chip in and make sure